What we're looking for is very small and very, very cute, and so far hard to find. But if you are going to find it, this is the place to look. A graveyard in Vienna, Austria. A well-known location for the very rare, very threatened European hamster. Now I don't know if this is going to show up on camera. There it is, I think you can see that quite clearly. There's a track going along here. If we follow that track, you come to these little holes. And although I've never seen a hamster's hole in my life, I'd wager a lot of money that that's a hamster. It's a very vertical hole. It doesn't slope into the ground, it just goes down vertically. Quite small. The grass is mostly too long, but there are areas where the grass is short enough. You've just got to find a spot where a hamster has obviously been showing itself at some point. Lunchtime we went into this cafe over here. The waiter was very, very good, very efficient at his job, very chatty, very friendly. So inevitably we asked the usual question, do you ever see the hamsters? And he was very positive. He pointed to this lawn in front of the restaurant and said, yeah, they're there all the time. So we've walked across. It's very attractive. The grass is short, it's full of these little clover-like flowers. But at first we could see no runs in the grass, no holes, and then we have a hole with a run. This could be a much better place to come and photograph. This is where we're going to spend the evening. Look at the size of those cheeks, stuffed full of food. It uses its cheeks as a storage area, then carries the food down its burrow. It's known as the European hamster, the common hamster, or the black-bellied hamster. And it's a different species to the one that many of us kept as pets as children. That was the golden hamster, also known as the Syrian hamster. There's quite a few species of hamsters. But the settings here are lovely with all those flowers around it. It is very much a rare and threatened species, and although they are being bred in captivity and released into the wild every year, their numbers continue to decline. But it does turn out that once you've found them, they are not timid creatures. You can get fairly close to them. This is the OM 7 to 14mm lens. And here we got lucky. As soon as we saw this, you could see there's something different about it. It looks softer. And then when it shows its face, you can just see that that is a young animal. Not only one, but two. How often do young hamsters get photographed? Not very frequently, I would think. You can see here why it is called the black-bellied hamster. And they didn't actually rear up like that very often, so long waits for this picture. I had several goes at just leaving a camera by the side of one of the holes and letting the video run. That's the Lumix G9 Mark II with the 7 to 14mm lens on it. And here I'm trying the DJI Pocket 3, which is the camera I normally use to film myself, and it's got the advantage it's up above the grass, it's on a little tripod. And I thought the hamster would be intimidated by something being above it, and it did take it a few seconds to come out of the hole and look up at it. Something above it is going to be more of a threat. But then it did what it came up for, collected a bit of nest material. So I got that shot with that camera and the other camera filmed from a distance. Not that much wildlife within the cemetery apart from the hamsters, black redstarts, hooded crows. Hooded crows are very intelligent birds, and here we have a water feature with water bubbling out from the top of this stone, and the crow picked up some bread that was obviously a bit stale. So it came to this water source to soften the bread. Very smart birds. Now there are probably a lot of roe deer here, but it's a very large cemetery, there's lots of gravestones and bushes. They are very hard to see. Now because we're in Vienna only for a few days, we decided not to rent a car, but to use Uber taxis. And I love using Uber taxis. You simply start up the app on your phone, you request a taxi, and very quickly it's there. And this can be incredibly quick. The first time we did this here, 10 seconds the taxi arrived. This time it's going to be 1 minute. But it's a great service, love using it. No worries about having to drive in a crowded foreign city or wondering where you're going to park. And the really nice thing is, you don't have to worry about paying. It's paid automatically through your PayPal or credit card. Just a few things about travelling. For years I've carried this with me. And when I'm in a restaurant, as I am here in Austria, it's a picture menu of absolutely everything you might want, including food items. So I can just point at the food item I want in the restaurant. I still carry this, but of course it's a little old-fashioned now. Now you use your mobile phone, and I've got a menu here, and I can't understand it. I simply photograph it, and Google Lens, which is an app, will translate it into English. Now at this point we had plenty of pictures of the hamsters on the grass, but we also wanted them on a gravestone, because that's what they're associated with in Vienna. So we spent one evening dedicated to that. And all of the photography takes place in the evenings or early mornings, and the lawnmowers come out at that time of day too. Automatic lawnmowers. They park themselves, charge themselves up, and then at a certain time come out and start to cut the grass. My wife could do with one of these, it would save her a lot of time. The hamsters also have a reputation for eating the candle wax that are left on the gravestones, so we also wanted pictures of that. Now, being such a rare and endangered animal, I'm not going to tell you exactly where this cemetery is, and hopefully nobody from looking at the pictures is going to be able to work that out. Thanks for watching.